welcome to the Up the Planters podcast, episode 7. I'm here with Kyle Richardson, who's a left-sided creative midfielder who's recently signed for Norwich United from Leiston. So welcome to Norwich United, Kyle. Are you pleased to sign for Norwich United, and was it a difficult decision?
Firstly, thanks for having me, Joe, on this. But yeah, now when I went to speak to Steve the other week, he just seemed like he had a lot of plans going forward, and kind of after I'd spoken to him, that kind of cemented it really that I definitely want to be here for next season. I've got a lot of plans and definitely want to go back up to Step 4 football in the near future. So definitely this looks like it could be a good club for me.
Excellent. And obviously Liam Jackson is a teammate and I believe a friend of yours. Did you speak to him about Norwich United before signing the deal?
I speak to him a lot really, and I've been speaking to him over the last couple of months, and he said he really liked it when he was first there, and he had a few years here before, and that was always kind of on his mind to maybe go back. And when he said that he was speaking back with Steve, and that they might be looking for somebody else in midfield as well, I kind of spoke to him about it, and he said that there could be an option for that. So yeah, I got into contact with him as well.
Excellent. And I'm guessing, obviously I know a little bit of your background, you probably haven't really worked with any of the players or staff at Norwich United before,
Nah, not really. Not. I know some of the players. Ryan Dickerson and Jordan Forbes. I used to be at Norwich with both of them from a young age, and kind of heard about the other players through Liam and that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of it will be new to me.
Okay, well, obviously you've been playing, I think last 2 seasons you've been at Leiston and Lowestoft. You haven't played at Step 5 before, they're both Step 3 clubs. What do you think is going to be the biggest difference between Step 3 and Step
5? I think Step 3, I don't think I was able to perhaps shine as much as I'd like to. I'm hoping to hopefully come here at Step 5, hopefully fit in a bit better, and kind of really drive the team on a bit more. So yeah, I'm just hoping that I really gel with this team and hopefully I can push forward with it.
And I guess, as I said, you've been at Leiston and Lowestoft, but to go through your could you go through your footballing background with us? You said you were at Norwich, so literally, when did you start playing football, and what's your sort of journey through your clubs?
I started like 4 or 5 kind of thing, just played for Galston locally till about 8, and then went to Norwich in their elite for a season, and then got called up to the academy at 9, so I was there for about 4 seasons till under 12s. Then they didn't want to extend my contract there, so I had a season out just playing for First Side, which is just like a local team in Norwich. Then after that, had 2 years at Ipswich Academy there, and then done a scholarship at Grimsby Town, where I moved away 16 to 18, which was enjoyable. And then came back at 18 because they didn't offer me a contract, and then obviously had a season at Lowestoft, then a last season at Leiston. So been around quite a bit, but been enjoyable. Yeah.
Okay. And what was that like? Obviously, you said moving away to Grimsby, 16 to 18. Was that a good experience on the whole? Was it difficult being away from home, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I guess a little bit difficult being away from home, but really enjoyable, to be fair. I had a decent group of lads there, and probably made me grow up a bit more as well. Obviously, you kind of got to look after yourself a little bit more there. So yeah, definitely made me kind of grow up and probably become a better player.
What about the coaching at that sort of academy level? Did you find that was obviously you were at Norwich and Ipswich, there'd be decent standard of coaching at those sort of junior levels, but do you find there was a big increase in the quality of the coaching or the intensity of the sessions and things like that?
At all 3 professional clubs, the intensity and the standard of coaching was all really good. I think at Grimsby it was probably a higher intensity because of the age really, and obviously sometimes training with the pros. the intensity would obviously been really high because they've obviously got first team matches to kind of get ready for. So yeah.
And Lowestoft and Leiston going into kind of men's football. Again, was that a big change from the sort of academy football? And how did you find that change?
Yeah, no, definitely is different to academy football. I think a lot of people would agree that academy football's probably a prettier style of football, and when it's men's first team, it's a lot more physical, which was probably what I reckon I struggled with most, maybe the physical side of it. Definitely think I was improving at it, but that was probably the main difference in terms of it's a lot more physical, and just, yeah, obviously you're playing with adults. When it's under 18s football, everybody's kind of the same build and the same kind of physicality.
Okay. And obviously coronavirus hit last season, but how was that season at Leiston? Not many games, or as many as...
Yeah, no. It wasn't too bad. It was still enjoyable, just a bit broken. Don't really think that really ever got going too much. It seemed like it was almost a bit one step forward, two steps back. And yeah, it's just a bit hard to get going when it's a bit bitty and you're not sure when you're coming back, and you're not sure if you're going to be back to full strength training or if it's just Zoom calls. And yeah, so it's a bit hard to have a full overview from last season, but still got some football out of it and still got some first team minutes. So it was still okay season.
Okay. Right. And how would you describe yourself as a player? What are your best qualities?
I've always played in midfield, so I'd have to say probably my passing and creativity side of things, and trying to create chances for the team. I've played number 4, number 8, like a bit of both. So sometimes as a number 4 breaking the play up a little bit, sometimes as 8 trying to create chances for the team. So yeah, a variety of them really.
Okay. And if you got to choose, would you prefer to play a 4 or an 8 or even a 10?
I think I'd probably prefer to be an 8 now, to be honest, just because I like being further forward. But it wouldn't faze me playing number 4 if not. Yeah, as long as I'm getting minutes and improving, that'd be the main aim.
Absolutely. Okay, well, coming up to my last couple of questions, or my last question even. But what are your hopes and targets for the season ahead?
For me personally, would have to be just get a decent amount of minutes, and feel like I've contributed well to the team. So if that's in goals, assists, or even more of a defensive unit, just breaking the play up, just making sure that at the end of each match, I know I've had the best impact that I can have on each game. Mm-hmm. And then if I feel like I'm doing that and everybody else is doing that, then hopefully the wins and the league position will take care of itself.
Absolutely. And you think, what should sort of the club's targets or the team's targets be overall?
I think going up would probably be the main aim. Hopefully the team's strengthened slightly, getting a couple of people in. I think they're still looking at possibly 1 or 2 more. So hopefully if we get everything that we're after, hopefully going up will be the aim, and it's definitely a realistic target.
Brilliant. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you playing at Plantation Park, Kyle. And
thank you.
Thanks for the chat today, and all the best for the coming season.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you. Thanks for your time.